Yo, 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 family, what it do? High value basketball. We are back once again with the absolute best basketball commentary on this side of the whole entire planet. Yeah, dig. Yo, we got to do a quick follow-up on Blake Griffin. Old buddy has officially, legally, extensively become a ring chaser. And you know what? I ain't even mad about it, man. Shout out to Blake Griffin, man. Do what you can and try to get you a ring, dog. I just hope it works out for you. Yeah. I think it is funny though, man, because we got to say, I feel like it's not a problem for Blake Griffin to become a ring chaser, because I feel like Blake Griffin has actually put in the work to put himself in the most legitimate spot to win, and it just simply didn't work out for you, guy. And that's okay. Because let's think about it. When dude first came in the league, he came in to the Clippers, dude breaks a foot. He doesn't even get to play. He goes through all of the necessary recovery and rehab, gets himself together. He comes back improved, jumping even higher, making crazy highlights. And for what it's worth, all throughout his career, the dude got better. He became a better defender. He became a better shooter. He became a more all-around player, a better court feeling, better court timing. It was just the unfortunate circumstance that he played for the cursed franchise of the Clippers and the pseudo cursed player CP3 as a teammate. Because as we know with the Clippers, essentially they would always get injured at the most inopportune time, or they would just flame out in one of the most odd, epic fashions ever. And so he tried everything that he could, to be the best player that he could when he was with the Clippers. He wanted to stay there, be a part of the Clippers' identity, help them build a legacy, because prior they never even really had like an extended player legacy. No Hall of Famers coming out of there. No players really retired from the Clippers. And he was going to be that first real player. He signed on for it, signed the deal and everything. It was going to be the face of the Clippers franchise post CP3 and just do what he can to keep that franchise afloat. And what did they do? They traded him over to Detroit immediately after. Totally messed old buddy up. But even when he got to Detroit, he even still got better. His athleticism went down a little bit, some may argue, but it was really more so he expanded his game. He became even more of a shooter, even more of a facilitator, even more of a floor leader. And of course he had to do so because he didn't have a legendary point guard to play with to set him up in pick and rolls and backdoor lobs and stuff like that. So he couldn't, use his talents in that same kind of way because he had to be more of a team leader and an all-around player, of which he transitioned into becoming. Unfortunately, Detroit was never that great of a franchise and built too much around him. He got them to the playoffs, and he did so at the expense of one of his daggone legs. And while he did it at the expense of his leg, he played on the leg. It was against Cleveland. At that, I'm pretty sure. And unfortunately, doing that, it sapped him of all the remaining bits of superstar athleticism that he had. Totally gone. He's just now a regular NBA player guy. And of course, he took his remaining talents over to Brooklyn, and he tried to initiate the ring chase then. Like, boy, did he, because that team was stacked, man. They had all kind of names on that team. I legitimately thought that Brooklyn was just simply going to win, and it was going to be one of those, this ain't even fun to watch type situations. But as we know, that whole situation flamed out. Blake Griffin, he didn't necessarily flame out, but, he could not make any major contributions to the team. He had that one nice highlight, nice dunk highlight, and that's really about it. And so now we see him on the team that beat his former squad in the playoffs, and he is now in the green and white. He's now playing with Lucky, of all people. Maybe that's probably the reason why he did it, because he's known he's been unlucky his whole career. He's like, you know what? Let me go get with the Celtics. I mean, that Lucky is the name of the Celtics mascot, and it is about the whole Irish luck and that whole legacy of stuff they got going on there. So he might just be trying to up his luck. But him moving to this team, especially after they whipped his last team, and this was a finals team, it's officially ring chase mode, y'all. And so we just got to call it what it is. And like I said, I ain't mad at it because dude has done everything that he possibly can. And this, what Blake Griffin is doing, is the old school ring chase that existed before we entered into this player empowerment, player movement era that totally muddied the waters in the value of rings and showing ring chasing, because we started to see essentially players still in their prime and players at superstar levels hopping from team to team, which was basically unprecedented. And so the whole watering down of championships and watering down of just how things legitimately feel as far as just the pride and intensity in the game at the highest level is being zapped a little bit because of the player empowerment era. But all of that is, like I said, I would just say that to be a reflection on the fact that Blake Griffin is old school ring chasing at this point. He's out of his prime. He knows that outside of being on a contending team, he's not going to get a shot at a championship. And that just simply is what it is. And hey, shout out to Blake Griffin, man. Go get your money and maybe get you a ring. But as I recall, dudes who became ring chasers, that was a part of the title. They jumped on teams that on paper look like they can win, and then as soon as they jump on the team, that team doesn't win. So I wouldn't be surprised if Boston, like I say, went to the finals last year, and then this coming season they are a second round flame out or something. It is very possible. It happens to ring chasers. So good luck to you, Blake Griffin, and let's go 2022-2023 season. We are back. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, family. Holla.